We can only collect like terms if they're the same. And I like to think of this as apples and bananas. So for example, if you had 3a plus 4a, or 3 apples plus 4 apples, you'd have 7 apples. If you had 3 apples plus 4 bananas, you can't combine them, so you'd be left with 3 apples and 4 bananas. In other words, they have to be the same type. Here they're both A's, so we could add them together. These were different, so we couldn't. In this third example, you need to be careful. These are F's, so this is an F, and this is an F, but this is an F squared. They are different. What we can do is group the F's together, so 6F plus 2F gives us 8F. We can group the G's together, so 2G, and don't forget the sign in front belongs to it, so minus 3G. Well, 2 minus 3 is minus 1G. Don't need to put the 1. And then what we're left with are just minus 3F squares. And we can't group the F and F squares because they're different. So your final answer is just this, 8F minus G minus 3F squared. When multiplying or dividing, it's a good idea to split it up. So here, this means 3 times a to the power 4 times 6 times a squared, as I wrote here. We're then going to look at the numbers first, so we're going to do 3 times 6 first, and then look at the letters next, so times a to the 4 times a squared. Looking at the numbers, 3 times 6 is 18, and a to the 4 times a squared, like we did with the indices, we add the powers together and we get a to the 6. So our answer is 18a to the 6. In example 2, again we're going to split it. On top, look at your numbers. We've got 6 times 3 times 1, which is 18. Then look at your x's. That's x squared times x to the 1 times x to the 6. If you add those powers together, 2 plus 1 plus 6 is 9. So what you end up with is x to the 9. On the bottom of the fraction, we've got 9x squared. Look at your numbers. 18 divided by 9 is 2. And then x to the power 9 divided by x squared, like we do with our indices, take away the second power from the first, 9 take 2 gives 7. So what we have is x to the power 7. Substitution is replacing the letters for what they're worth. And we're told in the question a is 4, b is 7, and c is minus 2. So in example 1, a is 4, b is 7, and c is minus 2. So the question becomes 4 plus 7 plus minus 2. Well, 4 plus 7 is 11, and a plus and a minus make a minus, so 11 minus 2 is 9. In the second example, you need to be careful. 4a means 4 times a. A is also 4, so what this becomes is 4 times 4. Take away 3b. Now 3b means 3 times b. b is 7, so it's 3 times 7. What you end up with is 4 times 4, which is 16. Take away 3 times 7, which is 21. And 16 take 21 is minus 5. In the third example, 4a is 4 times 4, which is 16. Minus 3 times c. Now be careful. 3 times c means 3 times minus 2. Three times minus 2 is minus 6. So the question becomes 16 minus 6. Don't forget the minus and minus becomes a plus, and we get positive 22. In example 4, we need to use BIDMAS. We're still going to substitute, so the a is 4. Inside the bracket, we've got 3 times b, so 3 times 7, which is 21, plus 8 times c. c is minus 2, so 8 times minus 2, which is minus 16. And then we're going to square it. Well, inside the bracket, you've got 21 plus minus 16. Well, the plus and minus become a minus. So 21 minus 16, which is 5. We're going to do 5 squared, which is 25, and then times it by 4, which gives us 100.